I'm sharing 11 tips for road tripping with your newborn. Hi guys, I'm Reagan and I share tips for traveling and getting out with your kids. I've taken numerous road trips with each of my 3 kids when they were newborns. The newborn phase is one of my favorite times to travel because they just sleep most of the time. The car kind of lulls them to sleep. I have a 3.5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a newborn. My first had his first big road trip at 10 weeks, my second at 4 weeks, and our newest baby, we just went on a road trip at 2 weeks and 4 weeks. So I feel like we've had a lot of experience, and I'm going to be sharing everything that has worked well for us and that has made our road trips with the newborn go smoothly. Number 1 is talk to your pediatrician. Our pediatrician recommended to take our baby out at least every 3 hours, which works out well with the feeding schedule. So every 3 hours we stop, we feed, burp, let the baby wiggle around a little bit, get some snuggles in, and then we're ready to hit the road again. That system works out pretty well for us, but you can talk with your family doctor and decide what's best for you. Number 2 is to get your oil changed, get your car serviced as needed before you leave for your road trip. Last thing you want to do is be dealing with car troubles when you could have addressed it before you left. And renting a car is always an option too if you feel like your personal car isn't reliable enough or you just want to save miles and wear and tear on your car. Number 3 is to make sure that your car seat is properly installed. We all know that newborns need to be in the back seat, rear facing, but car seats can be tricky and a lot of times we aren't installing them properly even though we have the best intentions. So there are a lot of community resources. If you just Google it, you can probably find something in your area where a professional can check your car seat, make sure everything is installed properly. It's probably a good idea to do even if you're not going on a road trip. I've done this before and it was super helpful, and there were a lot of things that I wasn't doing right that I wouldn't have known if I hadn't had it checked out by a professional. Number 4 is to practice taking your baby in the car before the big road trip. Going out to the store, taking a little drive around the neighborhood, just your normal everyday errands. If your baby is used to riding in the car, hopefully your road trip will go more smoothly. I think it's also good to practice feeding in the car, doing diaper changes on the go, because that's all things that you'll need to be doing during your road trip. I highly recommend one of these diaper changing pads. It has your diapers, wipes, creams, everything you need in here, and it unfolds so you can change your baby anywhere. Of course, you could go into a gas station or a rest area with one of those fold down changing pads in the restroom, but I prefer to just put this portable changing pad out on the seat right in the car, or even on the hood of the car if it's a nice day, or on the ground, and I prefer not to go into the public restroom if possible. Another helpful thing is these disposable diaper sacks. This is great if you don't have a place to throw a dirty diaper away so it's not smelling up your car. And they're really great for hotel rooms if you have the trash out in the main area and you don't want the dirty diapers stinking up your whole room. And make sure you pack plenty of diapers and wipes. If you're somewhere where you can go buy some, just pack enough for at least the first couple of days. You know how much your newborn typically needs changed, but sometimes in the beginning they'll go through like 8 to 12 diapers a day. So just to be safe, I might pack like 15 a day. So take whatever you think they go through in a day, multiply that by the number of days you'll be gone, and then maybe add a couple extra. And if that seems like overkill, you can always go get more for the rest of your trip. Number 5 is to keep eyes on your baby. You don't have to have your eyes glued to your baby the entire road trip unless you want to, but it's important to monitor your baby and make sure that everything is going okay, they're doing well throughout the drive. You can do this in a few different ways. If you're traveling with someone, you can take turns. Someone drives, someone sits in the back with the baby. Or if you prefer to sit up front, we like to use a car mirror that you attach to the back of the seat so you can see the baby. Or they also make car cameras where you can have a camera on your baby and then you have the screen up front so you can view your baby. Number 6 is to have an easy access bag or a caddy. We like to use something like this, and you put everything in it that you'll need to access frequently, leave it in a convenient spot. So we put things like pacifiers, snacks, burp rags, a change of clothes, our wallets, phone chargers, headphones, little toys for the baby, that kind of thing. Anything that you'll be reaching for often and don't want to be digging in your bags. Number 7 is to use a car seat liner. We have one car seat that has a built-in one that has been amazing. So if you purchase a car seat liner, just make sure that it's compatible with your particular car seat. But there have been many times where I wish that I had had a car seat liner, both with my newborns and with my potty training toddlers. And it's really not fun on a road trip to have to clean up a mess like that, so the car seat liner can be a game changer. Number 8 is to plan for regular breaks. Like I mentioned before, it's important to get your baby out every couple of hours to do a diaper change, feeding, burp, snuggles, all that kind of thing. So just plan on adding extra time to your road trip because you're going to have to be stopping frequently to do those things. And it's important for you to get out and stop and stretch every so often as well. We once tried to give our first baby a bottle in the car during the last leg of our trip because we're like, oh, we'll save some time this way. And it completely backfired on us. We should have just stopped and gotten him out because he had horrible gas. I don't know if it was from the way he was sitting in the car seat, but he was screaming at the top of his lungs for like the first 20 minutes after we checked into our hotel, and we felt so awful. And so we learned our lesson. A few tips for feeding on the go. If you are using a bottle to feed, you could bring a thermos of hot water to heat it up, or you could bring a portable bottle warmer. Or if you find yourself in a pinch, I know you can go to a Starbucks and get hot water, and then you can warm your bottle up that way. I always bring this portable drying rack. It has some bottle brushes inside, and it's perfect for washing and drying things on the go, and it folds up nice and small. And I love these sterilizer bags. They can be used up to 20 times. You just pour water in them, then stick them in the microwave, and it can sterilize your bottles, pump parts, pacifiers, whatever you need. And if you're nursing and you want a little bit of coverage or privacy, a swaddle blanket is always great for that. Or these car seat covers, they can double as a car seat cover or a nursing cover. They provide even more coverage than a swaddle blanket. So those are really nice, especially when you're just learning with a newborn and you just want to be more covered up. And I'll link all of these things in the description below if you're interested. If you can, try to time up your breaks so you're getting gas, feeding the baby, going to the bathroom, doing all of that at once so that you can be more efficient with your stops and you don't have to stop just when the baby fell asleep and wake them up. Number 9 is to pack a cooler with snacks, drinks, milk, formula, whatever you might need. If you don't want to keep loading up on gas station snacks and fast food, this is a great way to get maybe some healthier options or to save some money in your road trip. And if you have breast milk or bottles that you need to keep cold, you could use a cooler for that, or they even make portable refrigerators that you could use if you're worried about it not staying cold enough in the cooler or having to replenish the ice. Number 10 is to be flexible with your travel plans. Like we mentioned earlier, with all those breaks that you'll be taking, it's going to take longer to get to your final destination. You might get there a little later than you hoped, but it'll be okay. If your baby's really fussy and just needs some time to stop and snuggle, just pull over, stop and do it. Try to enjoy the journey and find the good in each stop rather than just rushing to the final destination. Number 11 is to take care of yourself. I know this can often be overlooked when you have a newborn and life is crazy, but it's important to take care of yourself. Maybe take turns driving so one person can rest while the other one drives. Make sure you're drinking water, staying hydrated, eating enough. Put in a little bit of extra effort to take care of you so that you can take care of your newborn. And that does it for our list of tips for road tripping with a newborn. Wishing you a safe and happy road trip with your tiny traveler. Please like this video if it was helpful and subscribe to my channel for more tips for traveling and getting out with your young kids.